Hello and welcome to Ain't Got a Clue. My name is K-Curd.
Marcus Bronzy here. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, mate. I'd be better if everybody gave us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen. I don't know what other platforms people listen on. YouTube.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, share, whatever, all of that good stuff.
Subscribe, like, and comment, please. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for all the love on the Isra episode. That was a great episode.
And for those of you going like, "Rah, why was Isra's mic so loud?" I just want to say I came in and I checked the desk to be like, "Rah, like, what were the settings on it?" No, she's just loud. She's just loud. We were all speaking in capital letters in that episode for the whole episode. It was amazing. Make sure you go back and check that out, man. What a guest. She's onto big things. You're quite good at seeing that with people, aren't you?
I'm a good talent spotter.
Yeah, man.
I mean, in another life, I'll probably be an agent.
Would you?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't for reasons where like I don't like working with creatives because they're just fucking emotional. We're emotional. I'm emotional.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about emotions
emotional
today. But like as talent, though, it's one of the bitterest pills to swallow. I produce as well in it, but talent are just. They are the hardest people to do. They're emotional, bruv. They are emotional people. You're right. Yeah. No, that just clicked. They are emotional people.
They're very, very emotional. It's just like trying to motivate someone, and like our work sort of depends on the mood you're in a lot of the time, or you've got to pretend that you're in a good mood all the time.
Yeah, and also, let's be honest, it works around validation. We live in a very validation. That's currency in our business.
So do you want to be let in on a secret?
Go on.
You know when I finished my last tour and I did the Apollo and whatever, and I thought, oh my God, this is going to be amazing, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards, obviously, like I felt overwhelmed and everything, but I was like, why do I still feel empty inside?
And I know you didn't do this, right? But in my mind, I'm imagining like you look up at a mirror, like. You look yourself in the eye and you say it to yourself. Or your reflection says it to you. You don't say anything. It goes, why are you so empty? Why are you so empty inside?
Why am I still empty? That's when you go, underlying issues. That's when I realized, oh, wow, I don't need the validation of this, but I need to work on other things. You know when people say, oh yeah, like therapy helped me with that. First of all, I think therapy, you know when everyone tells you to go into therapy, go into therapy, man, you need to go into therapy, yeah? And then you go, oh, I tried it didn't work for me. They're like, no, you need to find a right therapist.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, you know this is expensive for me to be doing trial and error.
Yeah, man.
Like, how many do I have to go through? Because now it's as stressful as dating.
All right, yeah.
So is there a way I could speed test therapists?
So speed date therapist, you get a minute and they're like, so tell me your problems. You're like, well, you know, you're like, nah, not enough eye contact. Boom, bing, move on. Well, you know.
Well, staying awake is a good start.
Yeah. So do you want to just furnish the audience of what happened?
Because I went to a particular counsellor and they sort of dozed off halfway through what I was saying and then they went... and just woke up again.
Was there that weird thing at that moment in time where you both knew that was probably going to be your last session?
I think that was a nail in the coffin. But that's what I'm saying. It's very expensive, isn't it, for you to be trying bare different people. Like, oh, I have to.
No, just try it. Honestly, with therapy, you've just got to find the right person.
Here's my catch-22 with therapy, K, is if I go and see a private therapist, they get paid every time they see someone. So is it in their best interests for them to be like, do you know what? You don't really need any therapy.
It's like a driving instructor, though. Mm-hmm. So a driving instructor, they know you. Their goal is for you to not see you again.
No, well, all right. Well, let me land this though. Let me land this then. All right. So here's what I'm saying. So if it's in their best interest to do that, then they would really want to see me the minimum amount of times and get me out the door. However, if you're a viable business, you want to have retention on your clients.
I know.
So isn't it in their best interest to have me there for as long as possible and I never pass the test? Or we can go the other way. We live in 2024 in the UK. I could go to the NHS therapist where I think, one, massive waiting list. Yeah. Two, they're going to be so overworked, they're probably going to fall asleep when I start.
I've tried NHS counsellors as well.
Was that the one that fell asleep?
No. Okay. The NHS counsellor was worse.
So what I'm saying is for me, I'm like, I can't see any viable.
Do you know what
routine.
I don't like? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say you like awkward pauses, innit?
I love awkward pauses.
Yeah. But
I thought he was going to do one.
All right, but they'll do awkward pauses like, so how are you feeling? And they're just looking at you for time. Yeah.
Oh, I want to do it now. But
Wait, you've
it's
never
on my
done
money.
therapy? I thought you would be a therapy guy.
I've done. Wow. Okay.
No,
What does that mean?
Because you're quite mature, right? So you'd be like,
Okay, yeah,
no,
that's
man,
a
them, like, you should really try and get your head.
That's a
checked
nice
out."
save there, though. Still, isn't it? No, you seem like you should be in therapy. You know.
No. As in,
Yeah.
like,
You ever tried one of them jackets? The ones where you hug yourself for a little bit. They're really. You look like a kind of straight jacket kind of
You're
guy.
a
You know.
put together guy.
Oh, thank you very
so
much.
I think if one of us, all right, put it this way. If there was bets going on who topped themselves first, I think I'd win.
Wow, that's dark. That's dark. I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think I've got it in me to do that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm saying.
As in, I feel like this is a really way, and I'm not trivializing this at all, by the way, but you guys know what it is. And you know what? In this day and age where people are saying all this shit on a podcast and shit, I can get away with fucking
Yeah, we're not
being a bit grey with this.
man, yeah.
But like, for me, I'll be honest with you, like, topping yourself, I don't think I have the courage to do that. Like, I feel like that's breaking your program in a different way. And I'm not saying it's brave, but I just feel like for me, I'm like, I haven't got it in me. Like, for me, that's like, whoa, like, that's...
It's a bit hard, isn't it?
It's tough, man.
Well, that's why you just got to do like a mad one, innit? Paracetamol.
That is the opposite. That don't do nothing.
No, you got to take bed.
Nah, that doesn't do anything. That's like a slow and painful thing. This is really weird territory.
So you know when they put limits on how much paracetamol you could buy in stores?
Yeah.
It did reduce the amount of paracetamol overdoses that occurred in the UK.
But paracetamol overdoses, and I'm not a doctor, but I know they're just really mostly a waste of time because you take all the paracetamol, you feel unwell, they clear it out your
Depends how
system,
much you
and
take,
it gives you, bruv, you'd have to have so much, but it mashes up your liver, your kidneys, or whatever, and it's like a slow, painful, nasty, sickly way of going. It is not like this. Do you know why we're thinking about this? Probably it's because of that booth that they have in Sweden. Is it that the suicide booth?
The
that
euthanasia.
They have, the euthanasia booth. Yeah.
Look. Like, anyway, let's get back to that. Therapy. You look like a quite put together guy. That's what I was basically saying. I think you look like a quite put together guy. Like, you'd be like, yeah, no, bro, I've tried it. I have a chat now and again with somebody that helps me.
That's my catch-22 is I feel like if I go to them, how do I know that if they're like, you know what, this is great, we should pick up on this next week? I'm like, is that because you want an extra check? Do you know what I mean? Can you complete therapy? Can they be like, right, you're finished now.
Exactly.
I don't think you need to come back. I don't really hear about that. I don't know.
This is the thing where, like, I think it's not for everyone, innit? Like, that's what, like, you look at them like I do. You're a scam artist, bruv.
Yeah. And do you know what the worst thing is? That's a trust issue, which you should probably get therapy about as well. So how do I fix this? Because they're talking to me like, so it's interesting. I'm like, what do you mean that's interesting?
There is not a therapist in the West that can help me.
You don't reckon?
Like, you've got to be from a...
They got to understand your background.
Yeah, I think that's what's
So I need a mixed race therapist, half Nigerian, half English, with a splash of Irish in the mix and blend to just talk to me.
I mean, I don't know if you do, but I think for somebody to truly get you, they need to understand every aspect of who you are, but that's why they say, oh yeah, you need to find the right one. But where am I going to find this unicorn, bruv?
But don't they understand the kind of psychological warfare that being from? And I feel like in a way you have a mixed heritage because you are obviously Kurdish, but you live in the UK, it seeps, not heritage, but mixed culture because it seeps into your culture, right? So for me, it's like, can I have a therapist that understands the pain of smelling onions frying before midday? Do you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do they understand what it's like to open a tub of ice cream and to never have seen ice cream in a tub before?
Yeah. Or what's that blue biscuit tin? You know the one? Yeah. Oh, the Danish biscuits.
I've never had one of those biscuits. You just imagine what they taste like.
Sunflower seeds and nuts, bro.
Yeah. Do you get me?
Why have we got sunflower seeds in a biscuit tin? That's what it does. It's good.
But yeah.
It honestly, look.
Would you recommend it? I have done a little bit of therapy.
Have you?
If you want. So it wasn't therapy, it was a psycho evaluation for a TV show. So I had to.
Yeah, but that's not therapy, bruv. That's just them checking whether you're all right in the head or not.
But this is what's funny, right? Is I kind of knew he was doing really well because it was a Zoom call. At the time we were still
he was smiling.
Thing.
And wasn't alarmed.
He bleeped on the we went on the Zoom call, right? No, I went on the Zoom call. I just saw a bare background, no one in it. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, that looks like a mahogany thing over there. That's a nice picture on the wall. This is a really nice hotel. He comes in with like a Hawaiian shirt. Like he's just,
so he was on
just
holiday.
buttoning it off. He goes,
Oh.
how's it going, mate? You all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm just going to ask you a few questions and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, where are you? And let me just say, he was in a warm place. And I was like, oh, is that what you're doing? He goes, oh, I'm just working here for a little while, you know, gonna go out and enjoy a bit of sun after this session. I was like,
By the way, I hate all of you
nice.
that work from home, like remote workers.
Do you not think that's a kind of therapy as well?
I'm jealous.
Why are you jealous for?
What? You don't have responsibilities in this country that ground you here, that tie you down to this island? What? You can just gallivant around the world earning money?
Oh, you mean digital nomads?
Oh,
yeah.
bro, I can't. Yeah, like you couldn't leave. You've got responsibilities.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
we could technically record this, and it would sound almost as good at anywhere in the world. But
You've got family.
yeah, I have. But I think
that's the thing, and like
Yeah.
you're a responsible guy. So I always envy those people that are just free to just like, you know, them people that are just like, oh, it's a random Wednesday, and they're like, oh yeah, I just booked a flight and I bounced.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Danny. He's currently doing, I think it's Vietnam, Thailand, just zooping around there whilst growing his business.
Well, must be nice.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do you know what I mean? Those guys that are just like, yeah, I woke up at like 5 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep, so I just looked at Skyscanner and I just thought, fuck it, I'm going on a holiday. And you're like, well, how lovely must it be for you who has no fucking things tying him down? Most of the people listening to this couldn't do that. They've got fucking real jobs.
Real jobs.
In a flipping. Some people are sat in an office listening to this right now, looking at their co-worker, just sick to death of their job. Some of them enjoying their job, and there was somebody else is probably in a like warehouse or whatever, like stacking shelves or whatever. And then you go onto TikTok. I woke up really early in the morning and I thought, fuck it, let me catch a flight, dickhead. I hate those people. People are like, oh man, I really like your energy. I don't. You're avoidant and you're irresponsible. That's what you are. What, you've got nothing you're responsible for and you're just bouncing? That's mad.
You, it sounds like you're a little bit jealous, if I'm honest, okay?
Oh, 100% I'm jealous. But no, I said that to begin with.
Yeah.
I am fully jealous. What do you mean you have no responsibility? You could just jump on a plane and go to a hot climate.
You never just jumped on a plane before? You did a bit after your tour, didn't you? Just decide to get out?
That was planned months in advance.
Okay, fair enough. I've just jumped on a flight before.
Yeah, but we know you say that.
Yeah,
But you've put you're a guy that has a plan in place for a zombie apocalypse. So don't try and tell me you just randomly jumped on a plane, bruv. You've got non-perishable food items in a cupboard in your house. You have a bag that's packed, ready to go for
go bag.
Yeah. So
I'm a bit anxious at the moment because my go bag is currently unpacked. I had to move some stuff around. It's empty and I feel a bit of a way leaving it like that.
oh yeah, because what's going to happen? I mean, well, to be fair, it's all kicking off everywhere. So.
Yeah.
So
all right, cool. So you've done a bit of therapy. I've done none. Like outside of that, what would you say is your personal therapy? What's something you do where you go,
gym.
Yeah.
Gym.
All right. What is it about gym?
Exercise, because it's the only place where bro. You know when people talk about being present and they're like that, you're meant to stay present. It's hard to not be present when there's 100 kg coming down on you.
Okay. All right.
Do you know what I mean? Like so you're not thinking about anything else when you're in a position on the bench. And the weight is like right above your chest, and you're going, if I drop this, I'm dead, bro.
Do you know what? Okay, you're a wizard. The way that you managed to just sneak that brag into there was fantastic. You know, when there's 100 kilograms just on your chest, and you're on your when you're on your 60th rep in a row, in your 60th rep in a row, I'll talk through the boo, bro. When you got 100 on your chest, do you know what I mean? 90% of people are like 100 on the chest. Yeah, okay.
Always trying to make me sound like a prick, right? Like. I was saying
Hey,
it's nice to, right. But it's great to even all right when you're swimming. Like
honestly, Kate, on the weights thing, you know I'm a gym guy. Honestly, I've been slamming
Matt
gym
said,
recently.
You know I'm a gym guy. Oh, duh, look at you. This guy's got like.
I love it.
There is nobody in here there is nobody that listens to this or watches this that didn't think you were a gym guy. Nobody looks at your physique and goes, I bet you he just fucking.
I've been eating of recent though, but I'm back in the clean behavior.
No, bro, people can see like.
Well, I'm tall and broad.
No, but it's there. Do you know what I mean? Like, because when you wear a hoodie, even, you know, you can still see the V in the back.
Whatever,
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can still see
Thank you for the compliment, bro. I appreciate that.
Basically, you look like you could be a wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
You look like you could do wrestling.
Oh, sorry. The reason I'm saying is because I agree is because I watched a bit of the show you told me to watch, the Vince McMahon thing.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, not the whole thing. I got like 3 in and it is tantalizing. I'm going to complete it before next week.
For me, when I found out. Anyway, his voice is great.
All of their voices sound like they smoked a million stogies, man. Like they were like, well,
is that a steroid thing?
I think it is because have you noticed a lot of those influencers now that do all of that, you know, you need to wake up and just hustle. They all have that same voice as well. So I think it's cigars.
Where do you stand on steroids?
At the moment, I'm still on. I don't see the need. I think we need. I think it's trying to fight the inevitable, and I get it. It must make you feel better, but I don't want to do it yet. And I've got a close friend of mine who cycles testosterone. They only do testosterone, and they're
only
because isn't there like anabolics and all that kind of human growth, all that stuff? And he's like, when I take tea. He's got a few points on me. When I take tea, I feel more like
virile.
Yeah, it fully took the word out of my mouth. Energetic. Feels like I can get on with the day. Feels like after a night
feels like a horny little rabbit.
Yeah, but also that as well. He's like it's mad, but he's like also if like for example one of the kids is having a bad night's sleep, you have to get up and if they're not well, once you get them down or whatever, once you have that lack of sleep, you can still get up and get on with your day. Do you know what I mean? He feels like that. Bro, when I was 19, I worked 7 days a week and would party 3 or 4 days a week. That is not possible at this age for me. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it brings back a bit of that. So
you're going to start taking some of that.
But he also said it makes your balls go small. Not your dick. He said it makes your balls shrink. He's 100% said it does. Yeah, but, you know.
I always just think if you've had kids, why do I need my balls? Like, if I've had the amount of kids that I want, fuck it, man.
But
well, fuck it.
Would you get snip?
Well, yeah, why not, bro?
Fair enough.
If I've had, say for example, I'm married, whatever. I've had like 3 or 4 kids, whatever, and me and my wife have agreed that's it, no more.
Yeah.
To prevent any accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
What would I get my snip? Potentially in the future, yeah. I think about it. Yeah, I would. But some people are really grossly misunderstand it. They think you like can't bust anymore, or they think
you still. But it just means you fire blanks. Which is great. Like,
I think if I was to do it,
at some point I can't be.
If I was to do it and I wasn't sure, I'd put a few on ice, which you can do, innit? You can knock out a few and put them on ice for a bit.
Yeah, I mean it costs quite a bit of money. But
but it's just.
But they can reverse it.
But it doesn't 100% work though, innit? So that's bad, innit? If you ask them to put some gunpowder back in your bullets and you ain't got none. So gym's therapy for you. Like, what is it about it that's therapy for you? When you got 100 on your chest or whatever and you're pushing it, like, what else is therapy for you? Because I totally feel like, can I be real with you and the listeners?
There's nothing better than when you're pumping away.
Is that you're coming? But I've not been sleeping well lately. So I've been up at like 2 in the morning. And because of my 24-hour gym, I've just like got up and worked out, and even though I still can't sleep or whatever, like, bruv, I'm talking proper sleepless nights for no reason. And
I've had that recently.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, I think our cycles are like.
Next time I'm gonna text you like, are you up? You up?
Yeah,
what's the most suspect? You up? Question mark?
If you text me you up at 2 in the morning, I'd be very scared.
Why?
Not for me. I'd be scared for you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you messaging me at 2 a.m? There's obviously something mad that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what bridge are you by? do you need any help? What's going on? 2 in the morning? Why are you texting me at 2 in the morning, bro? You're lucky I'm one of those people that don't turn off my phone. I've got a lot of friends that turn off their phone but when they go to bed.
I've realised that my phone has been on Do Not Disturb from 9 a.m. till 5 a.m. for the last few months. That's how I live on it. So I think I usually do put it on Do Not Disturb, but my phone lives on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And I think it's brought me peace. But yeah, no, but I'll go in the gym at 2 in the morning and I'll relax and I'll bang a workout out and it's just something about being there and just doing the same thing that you've done before again and again and again that like it relaxes me. That's my therapy, because I think in our jobs and in lots of other jobs, by the way, if you're a shift worker or if you work in like a environment that's busy, sometimes quiet, some other times as well, I think that really centers you. Like that's my soul. I know what it's like on that machine. I know what it's like to bang, 30 kilograms or whatever. When I got 30 kilograms on my chest or whatever.
Can we just get rid of this whole notion that Marcus is humble? Because he's living a lie, bro.
I'm very humble, bro.
You're living a fucking lie, bro.
I'm very humble. Very humble.
Some of the stuff. Nah, listen, you can't portray me as the bad guy.
I never said you're the bad guy.
And then come on here and go, yeah, me with my life.
It's just a brag. What? I can't pick up a brag when you drop one, bruv. When you got 100k on your chest. That's not many people can push 100k.
150, bro. Don't even get
absolutely not.
140.
Absolutely not.
There is 140.
I don't push heavy, K. I lift light. I go through the. I'm telling you, it's my therapy. It relaxes me.
All right. We get it. You're humble. little me, I can't do it.
What about running for you? I feel like that's been a bit of a therapy for you.
It's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Why?
But it's a sense of achievement you get after it, where you just be like, I did what I said I was going to do. I like doing what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, I like following through.
I get what you mean. Like, do you remember when you first? This is more personal for me. I remember when I first said I'm going to lose that amount of pounds, and I get on a scale and then pounds are gone.
Yeah,
you feel like
Not even just that, but even if it's just like, say like, I'm gonna get my license. I'll do it. I'm going to do a career goal. You're like, I'm going to do that, and you do it.
Nice.
So far, I've done everything I said I'll do.
Nice. What? So like
just new goals to say. Listen, this is the one thing about life, right? It just never stops in it. Well, it does, but like you get to something and you think, oh my God, I'm going to be really happy, and then you get there and you're like, this ain't it. So you start finding new goals, and you constantly. Yeah. I would love to be somebody that just goes, do you know what? I'm like happy. We're just going to the pub on a Saturday, or like going to a dessert place on a Saturday night, and that's the highlight of my life.
Do you know what?
I see Brett.
Sounds so bad, you know?
I see some guys that go into creeps on a Saturday night and they look delighted with themselves, bruv. And I'm like, what is it? Why can't I be like that, bruv? Why can't I be normal like you and just enjoy a waffle? And that's the highlight of my week. That would do absolutely nothing for me, bro.
No, I hear what you mean. I think I'm gliding towards that kind of lifestyle. Like, I don't feel like a Saturday night out. I even got offered tickets to a concert, and I was like, I
got offered tickets to the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie messaged me as well. Did he message you as well?
I was like, nah, man.
Can I just say, can I be really honest here? Shittest sport to watch live.
Why?
Absolute dog shit to watch live.
Why?
Because there's 3 seconds of action, and then the rest of it is just like them throwing t-shirt cannons and like a whole bunch of dancers and all of that sort of stuff. And then like you're just like, okay. What actually happened? Whereas at least with football, there's like 45 minutes of action, break, and then a 45. Whereas like American football is like action, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, cool. All right, okay. Another team gets on or whatever, and there's like a little changeover and whatever.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
What about a corn dog?
What?
Corn dog? That's like an American snack. Do they not serve those? Actually, I don't know what's in them. So
I'm talking about. I went to the NFL in London, bro. What do you mean corn dog?
I thought they'd serve like.
No, I was in Club Wembley seats. I was in Club Wembley seats.
Oh, okay.
I was in Club Wembley seats. They were giving me like, bro. They had donuts. They had like all the food, loads of the little tiny burgers,
sliders,
and then they had the big burgers as well. They had all sorts of little sliders, sushi, loads of stuff, bro. Come on, man.
Do you reckon that's the treatment we would have got if we went yesterday?
No, but I did get offered tickets, and I think I would have got that.
If you get offered that, I'll come for that.
I'll be real. Last time I left at half time.
Yeah,
when the food ran out.
Yeah,
when the food ran out, I was like, "What?
Yeah.
My time is done."
Yeah.
I when the free drinks and the free food runs out, I'm like, "What am I doing here? I don't even enjoy this."
Yeah.
I don't even enjoy this sport. Oh, I'll tag you. I'll tag the company online. Thank you very much. Thanks for the. I've had the experience, but
bounced.
But I don't think I'll be watching the Bengals versus the Vikings, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough. I might go to one in the future. All right, so
go in America.
We've got gym. We've got running a bit, maybe. What about comedy? What does that? Where does that stand? Is that a therapy of sorts for you when you go out there and because I've seen you on stage and you kick a lot of energy out. Your output level. Kay's not a comedian that's like. And everyone laughs. You come out, you're like, rah, and then come off.
I like everything about being on stage because I'm not thinking about anything else but I am present in that moment. And it is great being present in that moment. But I just wish it wasn't at night time. It'd be great if like comedy was like
3 p.m.
Look, 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. till about 2 p.m. and then I go home and I sleep at a nice time. Just wired forever.
Can you see the love that some people have for normal jobs then, like a 9 to 5?
Oh, bro,
like the routine.
Yeah, I do. I would love to have like not a 9 to 5. Let me put it like that.
You never feel like you want to just.
Okay, when I worked at Radio 101 Extra as an intern, I used to love going to work.
I loved it.
I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I used to love it. If I had something like that was very well paid,
Yeah.
I would love that job, bro. Anything where I could just essentially mess about,
Yeah.
where it doesn't feel like work. When I say mess about, like creative ideas, that kind of thing. But like, yeah, bruv. But when I have to just, listen, don't tell me to make a spreadsheet in it. The amount of friends I know that work in jobs that just require spreadsheets, yeah, and I'm like, we were never taught Excel in school to this degree, like, and I see people putting in functions that are like crazy, and I'm
Pivot
like,
tables and all that kind of stuff.
what, bro? I don't know about that shit. When I see people using spreadsheets on Excel, I'm just like, your job's serious.
I love a spreadsheet.
Yeah, good for you, bro. But you see, any job, you do spreadsheets for fun. But I'm talking like some people like their life depends on it, innit? Like they're doing these spreadsheets like crazy, bro. And I'm like, I didn't realize how much of corporate work is just Excel. And you get like one module on it in IT in school, and then they're like, yeah, you're ready for the big bad world.
Yeah.
What degree even teaches you to be that proficient in Excel?
Yeah.
I remember
right.
I had that on my CV. Like, yeah, I'm proficient in Excel. Big man, that was a lie.
You realise that learning how to
add
select the whole column by clicking the top doesn't count as.
I knew how to add up sum equal sum, whatever. I knew how to do that. Brackets. Knew that much.
My friend worked in like a finance department, and they said that they had like an old school person working in their office that wasn't that smart, like bit dumb, dowy. Yeah.
You're not allowed to say that.
What? Dowy?
Yeah.
Why not? Dowies are old school slang words.
Yeah.
What does that mean? No, that's not to do with not to do with Downs. No, it's not.
Yes, it
Dowie?
is.
No,
Yes.
it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's to do with Down syndrome.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm Googling that now. There's no way that that's where it comes from. No way.
That's why I was told.
Who told you that?
I forgot it. Somebody with pink hair. I'm joking. No, it wasn't. But someone told me that. I don't know, man. I just when someone tells me you're not allowed to say something,
You're not allowed to call someone dumb, really.
If you're not allowed to say
Originated in West London, can be used to describe someone who's shockingly ugly, unimpressive, or plain looking. Can be doubled up as emphasis used to describe something that's so boring it disgusts you. So he's such a dowie brer. No, dowie from me. Sorry, he's such a dowie brer. She tried talking to me, but she was so dowie. I spat in her face. What the fuck? Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, so that's incorrect.
No, that's incorrect. But
Let me tell you, yeah. When people just say to me, you're not allowed to say that anymore, I just go, all right, cool.
no, dowie, melancholy, dismal is the actual meaning of the word. If you go to the dictionary as well, nothing to do
The
with it.
dictionary or urban dictionary.
Actual real dictionary, dull, melancholy, dismal.
Someone
dowie,
told me.
taking it.
Someone told me. All right, bro, don't try and.
Nah, man, because I hate that stuff, man. I hate that stuff.
I wasn't the one. Someone told me that's where it came from.
Okay,
Yeah?
thank you for trying to save me on the show.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, bro.
Nah, man.
Let's not be ableist. But yeah, like when people say, "Oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore," I'm like, "All right, bro, I'll just find a new word
Nah,
in it."
the word I shouldn't have used is dumb, and I retract that.
You're not
That was
allowed to use dumb?
unacceptable. It's not the right meaning of the word.
all right.
No, that is actually a misuse of the word. So let me be honest. Right. So this dowie person in the
Jeez.
office, yeah, very dull or melancholy, right? More dull though. Yeah. So they worked on a spreadsheet, and then someone caught them in the evening looking at the spreadsheet that has all the formulas on one side and answers on the other, and the spreadsheet was set up so you put the formulas in and the sums at the other side. They caught the person filling in the spreadsheet, looking at a calculator, doing the maths, and then typing it in manually, doing the maths, typing it in manually, doing the maths, typing it in manually.
That poor soul.
Yeah, they didn't work there for that long, bruv. You get me?
Oh man, why did
Yeah.
they snitch?
No, they didn't snitch. They got caught doing it. I think a manager came along and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And they were like, just filling in the spreadsheet. And they were like, that's not proficiency in Excel.
They were literally putting it. Oh,
They were
man.
doing the maths and like with a calculator and putting it in. But
Surely, was this before Google?
no. This was like within the last 10 years.
Do you know?
Sorry, I'm trying to protect my identity.
I saw a tweet
Yeah.
from a teacher that said, they're no longer an educator. They're now just someone that detects plagiarism from AI.
What a loser. What a loser. I think that's a loser's point of view. Give up.
Hold on.
A loser's. What a loser says.
No. What? You can't just go at a teacher for saying what they're noticing. They're noticing that all the students are using Chat GPT to write essays and stuff.
So then this is where we have to dig down and we find out how to be creative in a way to help them learn how to learn in a way.
Oh,
where they
look
don't
at
use
you being
ChatGPT.
sensible, man.
I'm not being sensible. No, man, I'm going against the grain because everyone now, the dialogue now is, yo, fuck school, man. It's so unnecessary. Fuck school, yeah? How about we fuck all your school off and I throw a book at you at the age of 6 and you've had no reading. You can't even read the book that says look or how or done
there
or
was
happy.
another article this week
Yeah, go on.
about that.
Saying what?
Basically, they're saying lockdown kids are fucking dunce. So,
Yeah, a bit doughy.
so what's happened is, this is where I think Gen Z and millennials are amongst some of the worst parents in the world. There are kids that are going to school that are just, they don't know how to read. They don't know how to they don't understand what any of it is. Like they don't understand how to interact with people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. You know what, Kay? Sorry to cut over you there, but thank you for proving my point. For her whole, because I'm sick of this. You know what? I've said I'm not in the mood today. I'm sick of it. All our life, right, I've heard people as I grow up, I don't really need school, man. School did nothing for me. School did nothing for me. School teaches you how to learn. And if you don't learn, you can't learn what you want to learn.
Yes.
If you didn't go to school, you couldn't even use a keyboard or your phone. You wouldn't even know what's this thing doing. What does swipe to answer? You don't even know how to do that, bruv. You can't even draw a girl's digits. You can't even be a fucking drug dealer if you haven't gone to school. You can't do maths. You can't even weigh a gram.
Right,
do you know what I mean? You're unemployable. You can't even employ yourself. You don't even, if you're begging, you don't even know if you've been given enough money or not. How?
Is everything
No
all right?
school. You can't even talk, bruv. Can't even talk properly. You can't use proper dialogue. I hate that shit. I didn't need school. Shut up, man. All right, no school for you. No school for your kids. Let's see how they get on in life. I'll talk to you in 20 years. Thank you very much. Now we're all done. Dowie.
So this is how it feels.
Nah, man. It's unreasonable behaviour.
So this is how it feels when someone's on the other end of a rant.
But think about what I'm saying, though.
This is
sick of that shit.
This is like an episode of Freaky Friday where I'm seeing what I'm like. I'm like, oh, this is what I do.
Just annoyed. Sorry, guys, I'm getting annoyed. I hate that shit. Like, everyone thinks they know more than anyone else. And I know it sounds like I'm doing that now, but I'm telling you, I'm a fucking idiot on a podcast called Ain't Got a Clue.
Yes.
And it's our quest to learn more and more. Kay and I weren't sure about a word. We went on a website or two. We still are not sure, but at least we tried. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. When people say, oh, yeah, school's pointless. School's not pointless. School is not pointless at all. And when people are like, oh, yeah, but they didn't teach us about taxes and that sort of stuff. Bro, they taught you how to read so you could go and get that information.
Bro, honestly, what uni taught me is I could learn anything if I put my mind to it. Struggle with the reading bit.
What uni taught me was, I didn't need to do this.
What it taught you is medicine's not for me. I'm fine.
What it taught me was, this is... It taught me what I don't want to do in life, which I think is a valuable lesson anyway. Because if I never went uni, I'd have probably been like, oh, I wish I'd have gone uni.
Yeah, man.
But
those are some of the best years of my life.
But you said you really like to tell me you enjoyed university a lot. Yeah, but I didn't enjoy uni. But I think we can get to a situation now where where universities are getting harder to, they're putting up the prices for them, aren't they?
Yeah, well, when I went uni, and I'm being honest about my age, when I went uni, it cost me £1,500 a year, I think. And then the year after that, it went up to 13 bags.
Right, you're ancient.
How much was it when you went? Now it's like 30 bags a year, isn't it?
It's £3,000 a year when I went.
So yeah, that's it. It doubled, 3,000. Then it was 9. Then it was 12. So I was on the cusp of the year when it went over. Were you
the first year they had tuition fees?
I deferred for a year, so I was messed up. So I was paying $1,500, but I was getting none of the bursary or anything. I had to grind to get my P's because people getting extra money to support all of that, and everything changed as well because the uni was taking more money because people were getting bigger loans. I don't know. It was all a bit weird. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, that didn't answer my question.
So what was your question?
I said, but were you the first year they brought back in tuition fees?
Oh, you're taking a piss.
Do you know what? Yeah, I've been feeling really old recently, and I just needed to get that back. Somebody called me an uncle recently, and I was just like,
So you thought you'd share that. So that's your therapy, is giving a little rinse down, innit?
"You've been rinsing me the whole episode." So I need to get nah, you've rinsed me the whole.
I'll be honest, UK learning. Well, fuck it, we're talking about therapy in this episode. Learning is a kind of therapy for me. When I learn something, I feel like, oh, rah,
Learning.
that's nice. You like to learn stuff as well, though. I know you play like jokes and stuff, but I feel like politically and when it comes to football, you know a lot more than me. Those two
Just
subjects.
two things.
No.
Just
Specifically, lots of
just
things.
two things in life that you're more knowledgeable.
Specifically, a lot of things.
Do you know what? No, I like learning, but like I'm more on. I like learning the base level about a lot of stuff. I don't go into depth with a lot of things, which I probably should do. But
Do you know what?
I get bored really easily.
There's
So it'd
only
be like,
so
yeah.
much you could learn, so you can learn a lot about.
I'm not just give me the meat and bones,
little-
innit?
yeah, you
just give me the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes about a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I don't need to know like specific dates and stuff. Just
Yeah.
oh, did you know that's like that because of that? Oh, swear down. Yeah, like I don't need to know when the fuck it happened.
Do you think you got a lot of random information in there? Like if
Yeah,
you
I
were to
do.
do a quiz.
When I
on
did
TV,
Mastermind,
I was
bro,
like, yes, got
when I
into
did
it.
Mastermind, I was impressed with where I came in it.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
like, fair enough. Man didn't look like an idiot in it. I've seen people on Mastermind get single digits.
Okay. Did you do better than your
I didn't get
performance
single
on
digits.
Pointless?
I didn't get single digits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, on Pointless, we got to the finals.
I thought you were just saying Iron Appa. Was it Richard Osman's house? Which one did you go on?
No,
and you
Richard
said you felt a bit
Osman's House of
silly.
Games. Richard Osman's House of Games. I crashed and burned on that because when I did Richard Osman's House of Games and I saw Andrew Hunter Murray from No Such Thing as a Fish, and he's one of the QI elves that writes the questions for QI, and I saw Zoe Lyons who's got her own quiz show. I was like, yeah, there is no way in hell I'm winning this, right?
Okay.
You sometimes in life you have to identify when it's time to be the clown, right? And that was one of those opportunities where I was like, so very smart, incredibly smart. I'm out of it.
I'm the funny guy. You pressed the eject button.
Yeah. I literally pressed the button with a flower with a little water coming out of it. That's why I started pressing, bro. Because I was just like, yeah, I'm not winning this. It's pointless for me to even try and pretend that I'm smart enough to win this against a guy that fucking writes questions for QI, bro.
It's hilarious. So do you feel like you redeemed yourself now?
Yeah, I'm not an idiot, but it was good. It was good. Listen, when you see certain people going, all right, I knew as soon as I did Mastermind who was winning my episode.
Really?
I knew as soon as I saw everybody, and I had a chat with everybody, and I was like, oh, what's your? You could just tell, innit? Like, first of all, when it's a I can't say too much about giving stuff away, but there's telltale signs when somebody's going to beat you in something like that, right?
Okay.
Their specialist subject gives a lot away.
Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, their specialist subject gives a lot away, and then footwear,
Really?
the kind of socks.
What kind of footwear and socks?
You see, if you see somebody wearing smart shoes, just normally,
Yeah.
yeah, it's smart, bro.
Okay. Like ones that clop the floor. Hard bottoms.
Oxford brogues and that
Brogues. Oh no, like a Wednesday.
with jeans on or like corduroys.
Oh, wow. Yeah, corduroys, yeah. That adds like 7
I'm like,
points of intelligence.
"Nah, mate, yeah, I fucking lost this.
And a cravat. That's the killer one.
People that wear brown shoes.
Could you tell?
I'm not beating people that wear brown shoes.
Could you tell who wasn't going to win?
Oh, 100%.
And did you go? What variables did you go off? Was it
Job. Job.
what they did?
Yeah.
When we watched the show, could we make an educated guess through the screen, or would I have to be there? Help me out here,
No,
because
you
I will
probably
have a
to
guess.
be there. You probably have to be there, but I think
Because I'm watching your episode. I watch everything that you're on.
Yeah, you probably. I reckon you could probably guess, but I think for a lot of other people it would be a bit harder. But I think you
Okay.
could probably guess.
All right. Were you happy that you like trounced that person?
Oh yeah, probably a couple of liar. But let's just say the gap between me and the winner,
Yeah. Was it astronomical?
point wise.
That's a good way to lose. I like losing like that.
Yeah, no, fucking.
Yeah.
I gave it away.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah. So it was funny because when I saw the winner, I was like, oh, yeah, fair enough, man. But it was nice where you like your own suspicions are confirmed.
Okay. Yeah.
You know when you're like, yeah, no, I knew this was happening.
You know when you get beaten at stuff, right? Do you prefer to get beaten by a very big margin, like so you're battered, or do you prefer to be beaten by a hair's breadth?
Depends what it is.
If it's a new thing that you've never done before.
Depends what it is.
Really?
Like, yeah, it depends what it is. So like, if I'm like, if it's something like, well, also it depends on who's beating me.
So like one time when I think you beat them maybe, and maybe you can remind me what happened when we went and did the gel blaster day where we went out and shot those gel blasters.
Yeah, no,
there was a world champion on another team.
Yeah.
Who were having one-on-one duels with.
Yeah.
And I think you beat. Did you?
I beat him for one. I got a point on one of them.
You got a point on him. So did he? Was it 3 points? And he three. You had to do
I can't even remember, but I remember.
You got a point.
I remember doing my thing in it, and I was like, yeah, that's sick.
So yeah,
I'm the guy.
Because I've noticed a lot of times you'll be like, that was my first time trying it, and I was actually quite good at that.
Yeah.
So that I feel like you get a bit of joy out of that.
Yeah. If it's your first time and like, I'm coming up against a European or world champion, and I'm like, and I'm holding my own. Yeah, that's sick. It's like going up against a UFC fighter, and you didn't get thumped up.
I was thinking more like get a good punch in, maybe.
No, just don't get thumped up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, did you see that guy on the weekend?
No, what happened? Is it?
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna watch it. You have to tell me if is it graphic?
No, just watching the picture of their face after the fight.
Oh man,
you know you're looking at it and you're going, my word, they deserve every single penny. There's not enough money you could pay me to do that sport now. After seeing that, there's not enough money you could pay me to do that sport. There is nothing. There's
the 2 female fighters that we saw, and one of them's talking in the interview, and she's been clocked a few times, and like her face looks like she's made out of Lego as well, man.
No. If you saw this guy,
yeah, I don't want to see it. It
was Alex Pereira versus Alex Pereira basically won.
Yeah.
But what he did to this guy, I think his name was Khalil something.
Yeah.
Listen,
how was Alex looking?
Yeah, he looked fine, but it was the other guy, bro. There was cut like this bit. You know the bit where your monobrow usually, in between your eyebrows, that was cut open.
Shit.
Above the eyebrow, cut open.
Shit.
Eyes, everything mash up. Like, you know when you're looking at, like, I didn't even know the skin could cut open. Bro, this guy's just getting getting punched up everywhere. I was just like, there's not a. This is what I don't understand about things like MMA, like and UFC. I'm like, what is the enjoyment you get out of this?
For the audience watching, or for the participants?
But for the participants. Because I'm like, all right, because even if I'm like punching someone, that's not a good feeling.
I can't plug into it, Kay. I really haven't got the answer. Clueless clan, you got to let us know.
It's a good way to end. But yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah,
seriously.
Let us know why. If you like, I should ask different to be fair, but like.
Has he done striking? Do you know what?
Striking, yeah.
Flipping out. Shout out to my guy Clayton, who's a personal trainer. I was talking to him yesterday when I was at gym in a random time, and he did BJJ for 10 years, and he's quit for 5 years now because basically he was like, he's just done too much injury wise. You could see it in his face. Good looking guy, but you could see in his face that he's had like. I call it fighting cheekbones. Does that make sense? You can tell that they've been hitting the eyes, and you can tell that they're like.
Fuck that, man.
Even David Hayes got a bit. You know, David Hayes looks like more of a boxer now.
I've been so tempted to do BJJ, but then everybody I've spoken to has had a knee injury.
I'd like to. Yeah,
everybody I've spoken to has a knee. Even my brother, who's done it, he's like, I can't do it anymore because I've got a knee injury.
I'd like to do it, but sometimes I feel like a lot of the people that I've spoken to that do it are doing it as a brag. Like, I feel like I want to talk to the guys that were doing it 10 years ago for fun, because now I feel like people are like, I do BJJ.
I feel like you have to go and do it with people that are like a bit like us, where it's just like they're not going to try and break your legs. I feel like you go in there with a lot of people that are trying to prove a point. Like, look what I did. And I think you'd be a target. I think
it's happened to me before.
A lot of shorter guys will think like, I'm going to get this guy. And then you're like, shit, I'm tapped, bro.
Check this right. Before we end this episode, shout out to my guy Matt Mitchell, who invited me down to do his MMA class. That's what he called it, but it's like a combination of everything. He is what you'd call like a complete fighter, good enough to teach. He's
what you call a unit.
He's quite, he's not the tallest or biggest guy, but I saw him messing with someone, a young kid in class. This isn't the story. I'll get to the other one quickly. And then there was a young kid, and kids get a bit cocky. So the kid got a bit cocky, and it went from like training him and teaching him, and he's like, look, if you don't listen, then you're going to be open here. The kid's like, yeah, don't worry, man, I can close that. He goes, are you sure? Did it again. He goes, you're open there. The kid was like, no, I've got it, bruv. Let me just say, he showed showed the young man the opening, and the kid was very, very quickly humbled. Do you know what I mean? But when I went to his MMA class, they did stretching and stuff like that, a few push-ups and stuff to warm up.
I'll
and then
do
they
that
did like tap.
I'll do that bit.
Tap boxing, so you just slap in. So it's like, I've got to try and get your shoulder, or I've got to try and get your knee, or whatever, yeah? And he put me against this guy who is a couple years older than me, shorter than me, right? But quite big, like thick, strong. And I remember I came up and like we were like, this is my first lesson. I'm like reaching down trying to slap, like, but I'm taking time, but I realise he's like up in the ante, so I'm like moving away, and I like try and reach down to clap his, I think I had to hit his knee or his shoulder or something, but because he's so short, I'm missing it. And he went, and this is how I knew people get into it too much. He went, yeah, it's a long way down for you, isn't it, boy? And I was like,
oh, shut up, man.
And I was like, yeah, man, guess it is a long way down. Yeah, just how I like it. I was like, this isn't a fight, bruv. We're just having fun.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck that.
And I feel like, was he doing that because that's how he is, or does he want to go home and be like, I handled, there was a big guy today, that whatever. I think I would be targeted at BJJ.
I'd need to just do it with the instructor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it with some random.
Should we do a session together? A proper beginner session?
Yeah, we say we're going to do a lot of stuff.
I trust you, because like stuff like when you put what's that called? When you put your head in there, headlock.
Headlocks.
You do that one. What's that? Arm bars.
Probably aren't there,
stuff like that. If I wouldn't, I've done it with a couple of people in that class that I didn't do with that guy that I trusted, because even the smallest, daintiest person, if they don't listen to me tapping out, they can make me pass out and I'll fall over.
Bro, I'm
and
tapping out. As soon as I feel like you've got me, I'm tapping, bro. Like, what?
But I would never, if I did that with you, I would always hazard on the side of not doing enough. Not doing too much. Like, but some people come in and I think they like a bit of, I think a lot of emasculated men go into that to try and feel a bit, because everyone that does it says size doesn't matter, and I feel like it does matter. That's why there's weight classes in all sports. But like, when they say size doesn't matter, I'm like,
yeah, size doesn't matter when it's like a beginner going up against someone that's skilled.
Yeah.
But if you're going up against, say you're going up against, you're like really skilled at it, and you're going up against someone that's tiny.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Of course size matters, bruv.
Exactly. Like, bruv, me against a 6-month-year-old, yeah? Who's going to win? No one's putting money on the 6-month-year-old, innit?
Well, even like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get out of it. If you do like, if you want to hear more bonus content, you know what to do. We are on Patreon. Sign up. We've got a nice little community there. It's growing day by day. You get bonus content early and ad-free, and you can ask us questions and all of that good stuff. And we actually see your comments, and we like it. Like, you know, we give it a little like, and sometimes we reply to it when it's a funny one. So, yeah, I mean, it's usually directed at me, but that's just because Marcus produces this in that way. But anyway, if you haven't, please do give us a 5-star review. Have a good one. See you later. Goodbye.